Ho ho ho! Merry December. I am your host here to bring you the Brony community for yet another holiday festive time. I am Circuit Main, and everyone, I want to welcome you all to the Brony Show 606. We're just 60 episodes away from having to do something ridiculously weird. But before we do that, of course, we have to celebrate. Well, want to. We don't have to do anything, but I want to celebrate the holidays. Because it's the one time I try to feel joy and laughter and happiness by giving people some really amazing stuff and me ending up with a couple of chocolate oranges. Actually, even a chocolate orange would be kind of nice right now. You know what? I think this Guinness is starting to get to me. Let's go ahead and get everybody intros in here. Wow. Okay. So I'm joined by a wonderful group of panelists here to bring you the Brony community for this weekend. We actually got a great show lined up. Let's start ahead and do some good happiness here. We got DM21, who might be away. Okay, we have Deathlight.
I guess I'm alive.
We have Textalion.
Alright.
We have Toakoi. Or I guess not.
Me.
Oh, there he is. And we also have, fresh from his convention escapade, Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
Man, there's a lot of squirrel girl going around. I wonder what happened.
Do you really not know?
I know. I'm being stupid.
Okay,
I'm
fair.
stupid.
That's fair. And in all honesty, I was the same way for a little while. Just like, wow, Squirrel Girl's really hitting it off. I wonder what happened because I mean, I liked her as a character, but
It's like, oh wow, well, looks like Marvel Rivals is going to be successful.
oh, it's more than successful. But that's a whole nother conversation.
By the way, beyond just the standard model, she is known to stuff her tail into pants, so her butt looks big regardless.
What? Just what?
We weren't even going to go into details.
We weren't even trying. I don't know. DM, are you there?
No, I think
No.
I got pulled away by family.
Okay, geez, I don't have enough beer for this. So,
Never enough.
speaking of which, I am sipping a nice little Guinness out there to our friends over in England right
Ireland.
now. Well, I think it's England and Ireland. Pretty much the entire area over there is they're unfortunately going through a bit of a Guinness drought because they want to stock up and be ready for the Christmas holiday. But because of that, a lot of bars and places are only getting like one barrel or two right now instead of the usual 20. They usually get a lot more, and they're getting very little, so I drink one off to you guys. But of course, we're here to bring you the Brony community for this week. And we're in for a fun little holiday shenaniganry. Because I went through so many specials. I went through Winter Witch Day. I went through Equestria Girls. I went through little specials that people have forgotten about. I went through Generation 5 and even Generation 3. I found Christmassy, snowy, holiday-themed imagery that also made you question your reality and gave themselves plenty of ammo for captions. So today, we are going to be doing a Caption This holiday special. And I hope you're all ready for it. But before we do that, of course, we do gotta warm up our vocal cords and get a little bit of that holiday cheer down. And what better way to do it than with a big old heaping helping of liquid eggnog wub. So I hope all of you have a nice, wonderful moose cup of eggnog. And as I ask all of you once again, as I do every week, what's up, Bronies?
Nothing's changed on my end. Still waiting on packages, and I haven't started anything, so panic.
As it always is. I'm not gonna lie, I have not done any of my Christmas shopping yet. But it's kind of been a mixed kind of thing going on. Not to say I haven't been doing my Christmas things. I had a couple of Secret Santas that I participated in, but I haven't done any familial Christmas shopping yet. Let's see. Splatoon 3. That sucks. Sucks that you couldn't get all of that there. Here, let's get the chatters a moment. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. I did end up doing at least one piece of my Christmas shopping this weekend, but that's just because because I was basically it ended up I saw the first season of a show that was on sale at the con. But I was like, but apparently they didn't have the copy of the second season on hand there. So I was like, okay, so how easy would it be to get the second season? And then I discovered that they were selling that first season for about $25 more than even their own online store's normal price.
Wow! So, oh man, they were So they did the con fleecing. They weren't even doing the con.
You know, it's funny. The next day, the price suddenly dropped $20.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, because it's funny. Because basically, I found out. I went on there, and there happened to be a sale because they distribute through the Crunchyroll store because that's what Right Stuff is now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Stuff.
And I ended up getting both seasons of the show for less than what they wanted for that one on that first day.
Do I dare ask what show it is, or is it one of those you don't want to talk about it?
No, it's a show called Futakoi. Which, by the way, in Japanese, Futa actually means twin.
I wasn't even going to assume anything.
Yes, because people are gonna say something.
Somebody's gonna say something.
Somebody's fucking say something. The show is literally it's a harem show about this guy. Like, it's one of those things where they just went with any possible thing, and so this guy is somehow is in this town where like there's just an abnormal number of twins around, and of course they're all female pairs.
Must be something in the water.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, actually,
Gemini.
I do suggest the show because the first season is pretty straightforward harem romantic comedy.
Oh boy.
The second season turns into a goofy action show.
Really?
Yes.
Jeez, it kind of feels like it's backwards Fumofu. Backwards Full Metal Panic. That does sound interesting, though. I might have to get.
Oh
get
my
a goal
god!
on
I
that.
just reminded the horse fast guy.
Brony.
Brony. I love that guy. Glad to hear you got some good deals and steals and.
Yeah, because I ended up I literally was sitting there at the con, and I literally ordered it online as I was standing there.
Nice.
And basically it ended up and because I was standing there next to my friend while I was doing it, and I know he really wanted the show. I was like, basically just it'll be here soon enough, and it's your present, whatever.
That's awesome. That actually is really awesome.
Oh yeah, the HD Okami game is $5 on Steam right now.
Ooh, go get that, especially since they announced the sequel, and apparently when I brought up Okami Den, I was branded an outlier, and basically I think I've been banned from a couple of gaming discords now for some reason. I don't know what that's all about. Okay, no, not really, but some people got really annoyed at me for mentioning Okami Den, but I don't know why. I really don't. I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't beat it, but
I'll just sit here and be pleasantly confused about everything that you guys were just talking about.
Well, let's talk about something that's a little bit more on the nose here. My spending is completely out of control, but I kind of had to do it at the same time. So,
Mine too on Nintendo Switch games.
Well, there's that. But my case, it's conventions. So, this week I finally got things cemented for BabsCon. I got the hotel room. We were able to get a nice little 2-bedroom queen with a bayside view. And because of that, it's $200 a night. Oh my god. We're gonna be there for 4 nights. It's almost $1,000.
Yeah.
Granted, the reason that we're doing it like that right now is we still have plans on, and this is gonna surprise some people. Some of you olders will know this. There are plans to hopefully have Blinked Mind and Comet Starshot joining us for the finale of BabsCon. Granted, there are tentative plans, and there were also some other situations that have recently occurred. I don't know what I'm at liberty to discuss, but let's just say that right now things are kind of tentative until we know if they're going to be able to at this point. And if not, we may end up switching that out to a king room just to be able to split a king bed between us and make it cheaper altogether, or kind of go what you have you. But at the moment, I got the hotel room, but it was literally like a quarter more than it was last year because of both location and apparently everything going up in price.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, so it's kind of a bummer. It'll probably be a good way to say goodbye to the con, but oh man, what a way to take it out too. But I also, along with that, I did also finally secure my passes for BabsCon. I would also recommend doing that. They sold out of every sponsor badge already. Everything. So all you have are the spike badges, which give you a good chunk of a lot of fun things, or just a general weekend. But yeah, no, this is going very full throttle, and people are putting down for this. There is no hesitation at this point, so get your plans in tow. Speaking of which, I also got the weekend pass for the big FanX convention here in Salt Lake, so I am going to be going to that next September, and that's going to be fun as well, because that's usually just like tons and tons of merch booths and panels and stuff, so I can find some really crazy shit. So it's really fun. Expensive, though. Anyway, speaking of expenses,
don't you hate it when you accidentally get a vehicle?
Wait, I'll take your word for it. I've never gotten an accidental. Whoops! I accidentally vehicled, but I kind of know the feeling. I just not quite vehicled it.
Well, I just seen a. Oh wow, no, so well here. A Subaru Outback come into the yard like Thursday, and I just like, wow, this thing looks nice. What's the history about it? And after some digging, they're like, oh, it came from a liquidation sale of a dealership. Like, oh, really?
Ooh.
Well, it looks really nice and everything, and they're like, yeah, $700. Well, I'm like, well, 700 sounds like a pretty solid deal. Like, and then he told me, as soon as we get the title, I'll have it signed over to you. Oops. Okay, I guess it's mine now.
No, I mean,
what's the catch?
I mean,
there's no catch.
It's a liquidation of a dealership. If anything, the only catch is that it's just a used vehicle and might need some cleanup. But if a dealership was willing to take it, then hopefully it's not a lemon, but it will at least still have legs on it still.
I mean, I drove it around the yard, and I was able to get reverse first and second. I couldn't get up to third base. I couldn't get up to 40 miles an hour out in the yard, funnily enough.
Okay, that's a fair point.
But like the shifting was very crisp, and when I turned it on, I just turned the key, let the fuel pump prime, and just turned it over and just started up like a top, like nothing happened.
Nice.
And they're telling me it sat for years probably. So
that seems.
It's got good compression and everything, and it sounded good. So I'm like, oh, sure, okay.
Yeah, little cleanup, and you probably had a nice little car for dirt cheap. I mean, dang, that's wild.
And I sent pictures out to a friend that's been looking for a vehicle, and they kept rejecting like all my vehicles I sent them because they said they were looking for a low profile SUV that gets good gas mileage, that has 4-wheel or all-wheel drive. After I sent that to them, they're like, yes, that. I'm like, oh, you were looking for a wagon. It's like, oh, is that what that's called? Yes. I kept sending them pictures of Blazers, Explorers,
yeah, SUV.
Troopers.
Yeah, SUVs. I imagine kind of like a higher pull. It's like just like a truck with a back to it, basically.
There's smaller versions my like Rangers and Explorers. Yeah, like Rangers, Explorers, Blazers, and stuff like that. So I thought that's what they meant, but they meant they wanted a wagon. So that's already got a person interested in buying it,
Nice.
which I'm happy about. And oh my hell, it was so scary when I was driving home today.
Oh yeah, you had like a big blizzard, didn't you?
Yeah, but the morning was actually fine. When I was driving home, because the sun came out and melted everything, and because the sun was going down, it froze everything.
Oh
We
god,
had black ice.
that's much
everywhere.
worse. That is so much worse.
So, just getting into traffic, I got in just fine. But then somebody came shooting out in front of me on a turn because I guess they got impatient. And I almost ran into their ass because I could not stop.
Yeah, that would be kind of big.
And
Jeez.
almost every 5 to 10 miles, I seen police lights and vehicles off the road. And remember, I drive 50 miles to work and back. I seen a lot of lights.
I know that feeling all too well. I think I kind of do the same thing now too, really, or close to it.
And I'm sitting there driving that little just front wheel drive wagon. I'm like, this thing is so scary because how they have the alignment, they purposely tow it out for all-wheel drives for I can't remember what exact reason because it's been too long.
Yeah.
It's for controllability at higher speeds, but when you're slowing down, you lose control, which is why I absolutely hate them in winter driving conditions.
Oh fuck.
Because driving slow means you lose control easier in the front-wheel drive. All-wheel drives have a neutral alignment, and rear-wheel drives has a towed-in alignment. So when you're actually going slower, you have sharper steering when you're going slower in a rear-wheel drive vehicle.
You know, I believe it.
Yeah, which is why I prefer them, honestly.
But do you know what I don't believe?
That I spent almost 10 minutes talking about vehicles.
Well, there's that, but also I don't believe that I was able to actually create an amazing Italian dish with just 3 ingredients.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I worked on my Ranger a little bit more this weekend. Nothing really to write home about, though.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I even though unfortunately it looks like unless something crazy happens, TikTok is probably about to die in a month, at least in the U.S.
Oh.
There was a couple of Italian guys that I would watch every once in a while, basically screaming about people like breaking pasta or not cooking Italian dishes and spaghetti right. But they also they kind of were going off about fettuccine Alfredo, or the Americanized version of that, which is basically like a cheesy cream sauce which has all of the stuff in it and really complicated. And they're just like, you don't need to do that. You just need noodles. Well, basically fettuccine noodles, but noodles, butter, and Parmesan Romano, but Parmesan at least. And I go, you know what? I have those. I didn't have the fettuccine, but I have the noodles, so why not? So tonight, after I got home, I just decided to try the recipe out. I went on Babish just to make sure I got the measurements right, but got that all together. And yeah, no, this was stupid simple, and oh god, it was so delicious.
Yeah, I mean that's honestly like honestly a lot of like just just traditional Italian cooking is actually not very complicated.
No,
it's really just all about execution. So it's like if you think about this, one of a very classic dish for Italian cooking is basically just pepper. It's just pasta and pepper, cacio e pepe.
Yeah, and I gotta try to learn how to make that too. I love pepper anyway, so cacio e pepe sounds like right up my alley.
I would say again it comes down to execution because here's the thing, it is very something that is very simple, which is like carbonara. It's technically very simple. It's just very much in the execution. That's and all you can really do for that is just kind of practice it, really.
Also, stuff with some cooking is like, I have this meal that I recall from childhood of cream and mushroom soup with hamburger and then just bow tie noodles or stroganoff noodles. and that is a simple thing. 3 pots, you just make it as that.
That's a very American Midwest way of thinking that a can of soup is counts as only one thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I have done something similar, but yeah, I know that. I know that too. I don't got any comment. I don't.
Note I said American first. I did not.
Yes, I know.
Because yes, I completely understand, and I don't. And there's definitely shit down this way where we do the same fucking thing, but it's just.
By the way, just to throw another thing out there to move topics along a little bit, I also did some Secret Santas, and I'm finally completing them. I think I found a great, both a source of major pride and utter pain. Because one of the Secret Santas I did was an art piece. I worked on this art piece since Monday last week. I did a lot of extra work, a lot of measurements. I did things I never have done before in regards to creating pieces of art. This is basically an accumulation of everything I've learned and even pushing myself beyond skills I didn't even know I had. And I will never be able to show it to anyone. Because it's a Secret Santa gift. So all I can do is talk about it. I can talk about it, but I'm never going to show it to anyone. So it's just like, I have my own Mona Lisa. I have my magnum opus, and nobody will ever see it. And
You can still take a photo of it and show us
No.
after you give it.
No. The whole point of the Secret Santa is they will never find out who made it. And I will never confess to making it if anybody ever finds it and asks me.
But
This... I mean, it sucks, and I think Coldust might know this pain a little bit, but it's just like, I'm happy I made it, and I'm glad I pushed myself to those limits, but I am so pissed off I cannot show the results to anyone. It's like, Merry Christmas, you dirty animal. I hope you like it, because I am not...
Surf it.
Yes.
No, it's filthy animal. Dirty is just too casual.
I'm trying to be nice.
To the life of an audio engineer.
Yeah. But this is the life of a lot of people. You work really hard and okay.
Nobody will ever know it was you.
Nobody.
Unless you screw up bad enough where somebody comes yelling at you.
Pretty much, yeah. But no, I think it'll go over well, and I'm happy that I'm hopefully gave somebody a really awesome Secret Santa gift. I'm really happy about that. And I also organized my gaming basement now, so I actually have like a gaming I got a big old PC next to a nice chair, a good old gaming console set next to a lounging chair, and so much room to do much more with it. It's actually kind of nice.
Neat.
But at the same time, it also has made my point quite clear. I really have so much pony. It's not even funny anymore. Well, I don't know. It is a little funny, but I think I actually might have to start getting rid of some of my pony. That's how scary the thought is.
I already think about having to get rid of some of my pony, possibly shipping it somewhere for reasons I'll discuss later with you.
Fair enough. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, we already know about that, if I recall. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so I think there might be more What's Up with me, but I already took up way too much time, as did everybody else. Anybody else have any other quick What's Up brownies so we can go on to the news? All right, news it is. Let's start off with the conventions. Because, boy, do we got, well, kind of. The Winter Rave for the House of Bells is over. But it went out with a bang. They had over 100% of their goal by the end of the first day.
Nice.
They completed 200% by the end of second day. And all of this is to help fund for somebody who's battling stage 4 cancer. And I do believe that there was also a tie-in with Luck Rock, who was doing their own kind of a fundraiser, not really a charity, but a fundraiser, to replace the unfortunate music and merchandise that was lost and stolen at the theft over at Ciderfest this year. that we already made mention of a couple months ago, or last month really. So yeah, there was a lot going on to really tide this over, and I did enjoy it. I had it up while I was fixing up my basement, and I also streamed it around the house a little here and there to, just for some ambient music, which was really nice. I think the only thing that kind of annoyed me is, like, half the time when they were between sets and they were just playing some background music, it was really strange because it was either Disney songs or it was another song about Luna being trapped on the moon. And that's it.
Wow.
It was really weird. I just couldn't I couldn't help but make mention of it. It's like, okay, that's Little Mermaid. Okay, that's Moana. Okay, that's Luna on the moon. Okay, that's Luna on the moon. It's a sad one that I really like, and it makes me sad, but it's Luna on the moon.
If it's the Luna on the Moon song I'm thinking about, oh boy.
Yeah, it's just like, wow. I don't know. I'm sure it was some sort of randomizer or something. Was like, what are the odds?
But why is there Disney music? Is why I'm.
That's what I was wondering too. I don't know why there was Disney music. I mean, of all the things, I mean, why?
I can understand just like have like random pony music going, but it's like.
I don't know
why
either.
Is there Disney?
I don't know either. But overall, the sets were great. The musicians were fantastic. The music was fun. I had a great time listening in. So, yeah, the Rave of the House of Bells is over until hopefully next year. Next, the convention's coming up. We have Vancouver coming up in just basically a month, 4 weeks and 3 days. So we have a month now until the next conventions, and this one will be in Canada. Then a couple weeks after that, we'll have Harmony Con over in Dallas, which I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot more from Crazy Matt Captain and friends as they will be going over there. And hopefully the year after that, I will be talking about it as well. Because BabsCon is coming up in a while. I still got 17 weeks. But I literally I had to go to a brewery place to buy 2-gallon buckets because I need to amp up my attempts at production of a berry mead to get ready for BabsCon. That's right. We're going full Loco Coco. But anyway, speaking of which, who wants to hear about a Tell Your Tale episode?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're going to talk about it anyway. So, Tell Your Tale may be over, but it looks like a lot of interesting background elements are starting to come out more and more. And this is one that's kind of interesting because we have the full episode already out. We've had it for a while. This, of course, doing with the giant crazy bunny that tries to destroy everybody. But an animatic of the episode has made itself available and known. So now you can actually compare a full rendition of the episode to the animatic that was created to promote and get the idea of the episode first. So that is really, really cool. You get a chance to really compare episode to animatic. So I would recommend checking this out, especially since Hasbro has been a little weird about coming down on some of these animatics. I think some of them haven't gone down yet, but some of them have, so it's mixed at best. Absolutely mixed at best. Next, for those of you who love the music genre and you want to know about more Brony music that is out there, the top 10 Brony music for November is out and released, which is really surprising. Usually these top 10 Brony musics are a couple of months behind. This one is almost released around the same time as the top 10 pony videos of the month. So yeah, if you absolutely love music and you want to catch the newer stuff that is out there, oh my god. Oh, that's a background, isn't it? But yep, a lot of the different musics that are out there from musicians both new and old, but have garnered some attention, a lot of positive thoughts and press, and just, all you have to do is give a gander, give a listen. Maybe you'll find somebody that you like, or a song that you may really want to hear the full thing about. Music is fun. And there's your opportunity to learn about different Brony musicians that are out there. It made itself available. Ponyman64, I'm not sure what you're referring to, and I'm not sure if that's something I said. If it is something I said, I'm going to blame the Jack Daniels Winter Jack that I am taking slow shots of. And this is totally not because I have a problem. I can stop anytime I want. Ah. Actually, I might stop. Ah. That was good the first time, and then it kind of went somewhere. All right. Anyway, sorry, getting back on tap. Macaroni or Macairo has released G5 3D pony models. Again, more updated ones.
Yay!
So yes, these are basically some updated models that he has developed and made available. I believe that these are still Blender related, so yeah, you'll need to know how to use Blender in order to make good use of them, but they are still really good models. And if you want to do some 3D animations,
bending.
yeah, if you want to do some 3D animations and you just need a good model in Blender, now you have the opportunity to do so. So you got the full announcement right here, and it will also include links to all of the updated G5 Blender models. Now, here's a fun one. Let's go to the only pony content that we're officially getting now, or I guess equine content, because Wildmanes has come out. I'm going to go ahead and spoil it for you. It's a clip show.
I thought it was going to be a Christmas-themed one because of the snowflakes.
It is, but it's a clip show. It's a Christmas clip show. They're making holiday plans. And then they're talking about, hey, do you remember the time? Each one of them has, do you remember the time, with a clip of all of the early episodes? And it makes it more hilarious because one of them actually has a flashback to the episode that happened last week, which is more hilarious to me.
Do you remember the time that we all said,
No.
I wonder how we got here?
No. Just no. No. Those are not two great tastes that are coming together. No. That's like mixing butter and pistachio ice cream. I don't know what you're doing there, but it's a no. It's a no from me, dog. Let's see. I wonder if Hasbro will ever say what the end game originally with G5, but you know what? I don't know if they ever will. They may never will. We may never know. I might be okay with that in a weird way.
Yeah. I'm fine never knowing things.
If anything, it means that we can leave it up to the imagination of the fandom. Instead of being stuck with what end game they give us, we can come up with our own end game.
Fanfic writers, you're on it. You have a mission to accomplish.
Yeah. But this episode also broke one of the one of the things that I thought that Wildmanes was going to do for episodes. Because it does not have the I bet you wonder how we got here from Coco. It doesn't have that. But it also does not have a song in it. So it actually has broken all of its own rules. But it's a clip show too. So
yeah, it's kind of hard to fit in those elements with a clip show when it's especially 5 or 6 minutes.
Exactly. That's why it's like it broke all of its traditional elements that it's had so far. But at the same time, it's made a clip show in its first season with only 5-minute episodes. It is very weird. Has anybody ever seen? Actually, has anybody ever seen Clerks animated?
Yes.
No.
No.
Okay, so it's basically, it almost feels like the Clerks animated on the 3rd episode where they're doing flashbacks of the first 2 episodes, but it's the same.
Out of order.
No. Well, they were not in any order, but it was just like the same. You got to see the same exact flashback over and over and over. It's just like, what? It was a joke. It was a joke about flashbacks. Anyway, okay, moving on. So, speaking of Tell Your Tale, more concept information has been released, including baby versions of Pip and Zip, and Hitch, and
beautiful.
I don't know what's going. Oh no, I know what's going on here. This is
It looks like Under the Sea attacked her.
kind of is. There's actually a point. There's actually a reason for this, and it's a Tell Your Tale related. Then we also got the popcorn machine here and Misty. Got some more baby there. Actually, a lot of these are really interesting because, and I'll get to that in a little bit here. Just get a little bit more. Got a little bit Rufus there. Got the dot.
When I saw Rufus bound up, I thought of the Daring Do body pillow we saw in that season 7 episode, or was it season 6?
6 and 7, those kind of blend together.
But yeah, we know what you're talking about. Yeah. And of course that's where that came from.
Yep.
The Diary of Screaming at You.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It could have been a lore book for all we know.
But yeah, just a lot of fun things here. Get a lot of different concepts, imaging, all that fun stuff going on. Screaming Diary. Because that's all we need in life right now, right? Just a screaming diary.
Oh god, the talking books from Harry Potter came to mind.
Oh, if I put all my things into a diary, it would be traumatized and scream at me.
But yeah, a lot of great concept art, and the reason it's actually really interesting, and here it ties into a little bit ties into this. The animatic for episode 27 of the Tell Your Tale has been released. This, of course, is one of the unshown episodes. And this is the funny thing about all of this is this basically is the Generation 5's take on the mirror pool.
Ooh.
Oh.
Except the genocide isn't quite so questionable. Yeah.
Not quite so questionable as in, yes, it happened, or it's kind of on the fence.
It kind of happened at the same time. It's obviously magically induced instead of making clones of himself, so it doesn't feel like a genocide and more like dispelling a spell. But yeah, there's mass pony deletion. There's definitely mass pony deletion. I do recommend checking it out though. It is a little funny. I mean, you get to have Misty. In her incredible screaming diary, along with a few other things. Crazy My Captain has an idea of what in the world I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do recommend checking it out. Especially now that we got those concept images to kind of put a picture onto some of the things. So, and if you want, I want a fully animated thing. In fact, I want it so animated that you don't even know where all the animations are coming from. Well, Gator Goat Johnny has your goat.
Wow.
The Tell Your Tale reanimated that got to see a good chunk of that over at Ciderfest has finally made its way over to YouTube in full animation. And I say that because the one in Ciderfest did have some concept parts because they weren't quite complete. So, yep, it's a 5-minute, but with different animators doing different things. Honestly, absolutely worth looking at. Absolutely worth checking out. Cusco Hitch. This is...
That was just amazing, just skipping onto Kronk. God damn, that chin.
I mean, that's what we all joke about with Hitch.
Here comes the Crimson Chin.
Okay, there you go. We'll pause on that. But seriously, absolutely, please check it out. This is awesome. This is amazing. So many put so much work into it, and it's only 5 minutes, but it's 5 minutes of great animated content with a bunch of different animators, and all of them deserve your love. Heck, you can even have your dream of finding out where you're. Wow, that is an image. We're gonna leave it right there. Let's have fun with that. Huh?
Sorry. Oh, jeez, that made me laugh out loud.
All right.
Yeah, we heard it.
Please check it out. We're gonna go ahead and move on now that I've done that. So, who wants to hear about some fun game concepts that are out there?
Oh, there's so many of them.
Oh, you have no idea. So
how many will actually get off the ground?
Oh, these are already out and available.
Oh,
So,
that's
a
a step up.
a G5 MLP mod has been created for Serious Sam.
Oh no.
Yep, a full conversion of a Serious Sam game. I actually downloaded the Serious Sam game just to make sure I got this mod ready and available to me. Oh, hey, Atlas has an update. Anyway, so just to make sure, Serious Sam Fusion 2017. They apparently has a pretty vivid modding scene, and they've actually fully created an MLP mod in this engine. This is fully playable in this engine.
Damn.
That is wild stuff. And yes, we are going... Yep.
I'm just hung up on, like, out of all things, Serious Sam.
I'm shocked, but apparently it must be a pretty good engine if they can do something like this in it.
Yeah,
It probably doesn't have enough name recognition to be cease and desisted.
No, it's not that. Well, I mean, what are they going to cease and desist? They're not doing anything with G5 anymore. But in all honesty, it's still technically a mod, and
No, I was talking about Serious Sam
Oh. Well,
IP.
no.
Serious Sam has been dead for like years, dude.
Actually, it hasn't.
That's why-
It's actually no. Serious Sam has actually had a recent release. In fact,
Oh, really?
Really?
Serious. Da. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, Serious Sam 4. That was released September 24th, 2020.
Wow. Shows how far behind I am. Like I only know about the first and second one.
That's fair. But no, it's still got some life on it. But yeah, a pony mod, and we are going to be checking this out at some point in the near future. Probably not until next year, technically. But, well, maybe actually before the next year, depending. But the only reason I say maybe is because, well, just a reminder, it is on the Steam Workshop. You got to make sure you have the Serious Sam Fusion 2017 beta. But yeah, Misty Dreamlands. Just easy subscribe, and you have it all to yourself. Didn't I subscribe to this? Yeah, there it is. There's my check mark.
Seriously, you better subscribe.
Honestly, yeah, but no, seriously. If you want to check it out, go ahead and do so. It's absolutely free. Well, the mod is anyway. I don't know about the Serious Sam, but yeah. But it's worth checking out. But if you want something that is also available and kind of unexpected, we may actually be going back to Roblox again. Because a Build-A-Pony has been spotted over in Roblox.
Oh boy.
Yep. This was actually mentioned in a group of mine. They just stumbled across this out of nowhere. I did not see this coming, but yeah, it's a pony builder that you can do in Roblox. So we're probably going to check this out at some point on the show as well, but giving you guys a heads up here and now. So if you want to build your own pony in Roblox.
Do you have to stuff your pony too? Does it come pre-stuffed?
I'm going to leave that one to the philosophers and the fan artists and the fanfic writers.
I'm curious because, Build-A-Bear.
Oh.
Some of the facilities you have to stuff them. Some of them have a person that comes over and takes care of it for you.
You know what? I have never had a Build-A-Bear where I actually had to do it myself.
The one time that I did build a bear, it was for my mother. I believe it was for a dragon that they had, and I had to do it with my sister watching on as we swapped off.
Wow, you two rich people! I never went to Build-A-Bear. We don't have one here.
Well, you're not. Technically, you're not wrong, but actually, most of my Build-A-Bears either came from mail delivery or they actually had a Build-A-Bear near Brony Con, and that's where I got some plushies too.
I was making a joke, and you two took it so seriously.
Sorry, I don't want people to think I'm some rich person. I am not. I am far from it. But do you know what I should get for my plushies? Pony socks. That's right. We're on to the merch part of the show today. So, NK Plush. They have been advertising on Equestria Daily for a while, but I thought I'd throw them out here real fast. But they've been advertising pony plushie socks. Because when you have ponies and you have plushies, you need socks.
Yep.
And they have them in a lot of different varieties and a lot of different sizes. And that is literally all they sell. You look at their Etsy shop, it is nothing but pony socks.
Oh wow, the sock game has came so far versus the start of the fandom.
It really has.
Remember when people
Rainbow
used to grab
flavor?
just like those heel socks and put them on their horses?
Yeah, and I did that a couple of times as well, but yeah, no, you can get some really interesting customizable socks here. But yeah, I really recommend checking it out. Granted, it looks like Oh no, yeah, it depends on the size you select as well, what colors are available. Unfortunately, it looks like lavender might be a little out, which sucks.
Oh, lavender's like the best. I love purples.
Yeah. But yes, this is NK Plush is doing pony plushie socks. And only pony plushie socks. You know, I'll give them credit. That if that is all they're doing, and they're doing it well.
Yep.
But if you want pony books, you have the Ministry of Image. Now, the reason I'm bringing this one up because it is kind of important. Because they're shutting down soon.
What?
Unfortunately, it's they're kind of in a bad situation. I don't know if they're still in Russia, but I mean, when they started, they were in Russia, and right now we know what's going on over there.
Yeah.
And they were able to keep things going for a while, but unfortunately, it's getting harder and harder to do things, so they pretty much have to start calling it an end to the Ministry of Books. So they are going to sell out of what they do have, and then that'll be it. So Enchanted Kingdom, gone. University Days, gone.
Oh, Enchanted Kingdom's out of stock. Aw.
Stardust, gone.
Oh, University Days? Jesus, that is a flash from the past right there.
But the good news is I believe that a lot, if not all of these, are going to be taken under the wing of Pony Finder Publishing, who does a lot of the Lulu bookings, and hopefully will also be doing some con bookstores like they did at Everfree.
Oh, thank goodness. So they're not going to disappear.
No, the fanfic stores will always be there anyway, but there are still probably going to be options to get them still, but if you still wanted to get, or at least get a guaranteed Ministry of Image publishing of a book with hardcover, and probably a little bit cheaper, because unless you're getting it at a deep discount on Lulu, they tend to run a little bit more expensive on hardcover. It's basically your best opportunity to get a hold of some of these books. Especially with some of the bigger ones, like Project Horizons is out. But a lot of Fallout Equestria is pretty much going to be gone, let's face it.
I'm sort of like, when did Heroes finish? Like, I remember like a few years ago, like the writer was like, I'm kind of stopping for a while because I'm tired.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear anything about the book in like years, but I guess they finished it at some point.
but yeah, some of the books are still here. I do recommend, if you are interested in any of them, I highly, heavily, and urgently recommend you check it out and get your copies of them while you still can. Because yeah, this is also kind of a call out to sadness that this part is unfortunately going to be wrapping up because of unfortunate situations. I think it might even be in their news if you look here.
It's one of those things that, let's be frank, people do want this stuff, but there has to be money put into it, and sometimes it just doesn't work out.
It's not even money situation. It's a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with the war and unrest in Russia going on right now.
Yeah, it's just really bad, messy stuff. But it is there, and I'm highly recommending it out to everybody out there, especially for those who love books, because it unfortunately is just a close down of a different avenue. But who here likes just random crazy stuff? Well,
I think most of us do, but go on.
Well, My Little Ties. We already know most people already know who this is, but I'm gonna shout them out anyway because they do have an online store, and some people can't get to PonyCons as easily. So, My Little Ties has been in the fandom for a very long time, and they made some amazing stuff. Not even just ties anymore, but they started off with ties. I got quite a few of them. But now they got so many more. Bifold wallets, bottle openers, sun catchers, bracelets, wood magnets, luggage tags, keys, shot glasses, mugs, lighters, pocket watches, good luck charms. I mean, look at all of this. This guy's been around for a very long time. He makes amazing things. And every year I can go by his booth and find something else that he's created that's brand new. Oh, hey, Changeling pin. I didn't know that was there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, see? That's what I'm talking about. But yes, amazing, amazing stuff. Some of it is older, some of it is newer. But there is so much here. And he makes a lot of this himself. I cannot recommend this stuff enough, especially if you want to have something that looks a little more classier, or you just like to have something fun, like, I mean, having a dice tin of ogres and obulettes. How could you say no to that?
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Was it them or another person that made jewelry at a con?
Technically he does, but I think he might be referring to Silver Slinger, but he left a long time ago.
Might have been. I just remember hanging out like with a bunch of the merchants at the hall, and a customer could not wrap their head around that. No, I made this jewelry. It is custom made. It is to order. I do not have a provider. The provider is me. And the person could not wrap their head around that somebody actually made and it wasn't stamped out on a press somewhere.
That doesn't surprise me as much as it should, but that's still pretty wild.
Yeah, I just remember it was like hanging around Baron Engel and some other like, gray muzzles, just old people. Because they have like the most interesting and funny stories.
Oh, they absolutely do.
They have seen enough to have those stories, because I have had conversations with old Trekkies that were like, yeah, this was even old when I was young, and I'm like, oh, I know that feeling. And it's just fun hearing that type of old lore come through.
And
With
here's the
age
thing,
comes
people,
wisdom.
But
And wisdom
getting to that
comes with
stage.
comedy.
And with time comes into the news here. But yeah, be sure to check out all of these. These are all going to be... These are all going to be in the show notes, so please be sure to check them out. Awesome vendors here. But we got to get moving on because we got a lot to do, and I want to get these captions on, which also means it's time for the challenge of the week. That's when we challenge ourselves on a week. We give ourselves a challenge, and for that week we got to try to meet the challenge. Granted, I didn't meet it as much as I'd like, but for the
You did something though.
I did something. But for the challenge of the week, we had stocking emptiers as opposed to stocking stuffers. But we also had a
Has
protest.
Circuit not been streaming to the Discord in the entire time?
No, I have not.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised nobody said anything.
No, we did it because you were in your flow and you were doing your thing.
Well, there wasn't much to show, really.
That too.
Outside of the shops. Go see My Little Ties. And Ministry of Image. Anyway, we also had the Protest Initiative Challenge.
Yes.
Vanilla.
Do you remember?
The Protest Initiative Challenge this week is pretty great.
It is.
Yeah, it was.
It was
Yeah.
It'd be
wonderful.
nice to know.
Yeah.
You might say it was pretty cool.
It was
a
definitely
pretty solid thing.
Ice, baby.
I don't know. I feel like you're kind of scraping by it a little bit.
No, you're just scraping the surface, man. You need to go deeper.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe
it
I'm
needs
just
a little bit more cream.
Someone needs to chisel that chip off your shoulder.
slipping, I guess.
Well, let's go ahead and square it all together, right?
I prefer it in half moons.
Well, anyway, to skate across this, what was the challenge?
The Protest Initiative.
Okay, perfect. It was the
The Protest Initiative Challenge this week was ice.
Yes.
Now, for those
Nice.
watching the archives, go back a couple minutes and listen to all the puns, and you'll get what it means.
Oh, wow. Okay. they changed that
Shouts
up.
out to the archivers out there. You're the real ones.
So, I made this.
Oh wait, I'm not looking at your stream.
Wow, and after I went through all that effort.
Yes.
Why would you?
It's
give
so
me a
wet.
sock?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Circuit, this is great. I love this.
This was weird.
They called me a wet blanket, not death.
This was weird because I decided to try something a little bit different for this today. I made this today. I was actually watching a YouTube series about apps that you can use on Android and Google devices for art. And of course, they did have the two of them that I already had, Krita and Clip Art Studio. But they also threw another one out there that came somewhat recommended, and I figured, okay, maybe I'll buy it. Maybe it'll actually get me that edge that I needed to go to be able to do something that I haven't been able to do yet in regards to creation. So I tried out Sketchbook, which is an app for Google devices.
Oh.
Yep, and it's relatively cheap. You can actually get it for free, and you can get a premium subscription to it, which, premium purchase of it, which gives you access to more arting tools for $3. But I had a $2 coupon, so I literally got it for $1 essentially.
Nice.
Nice
Awesome.
indeed.
So, yep, all of this was done with me barely knowing how to use it and using their paint tools after doing some lining. And I do have some mixed feelings about it altogether, mostly because I kind of grabbed the concept of how the paint and everything works. But yeah, the lining was a little bit more difficult than I have been doing with Clip Art Studio. So mixed thoughts, but it also might be, first time trying. So I can't say 100% on it. But yeah, the whole joke is there. For some reason, Circuit thought it was the best idea in the world to give somebody a bunch of snowballs for a stocking stuffer.
I love it.
Given the fact that he's a little bit inebriated, I wouldn't put it past him.
I would say just stupid, but Melissa go with inebriated.
Circuit was just trying to give the coolest gift of the season.
Yeah.
It's definitely pretty chill.
Snow cones.
Yeah.
Just don't eat the yellow ones.
Or the brown ones.
Or anything that's not white.
Boy, we're just going places, aren't we?
Snow cones.
Snow cone. So, yep, that was the creation, but we also had a few other fun things, such as Rainstorm, apparently, to us to go on to some other ones. Rainstorm got another Sun holiday gift.
They showed that off in another segment, and someone made the same mistake of, "Oh, Rainy, did you make that?" And they had to point out, "No, a friend did."
Look, there's a stamp right there of who made it. Pay attention.
Yeah, Fluffy Ghost. Granted, it's a little hidden. Granted, the funny thing is that apparently they also made another one there. Another one of Rainy's in here. But yeah, Rainy's got a lot
really
of...
cute.
Yeah.
Man, they've been busy.
Rainy has really been busy. But they're not the only one. Isn't that right, Deathlight?
Just a sleepy lizard.
Yeah. Sleepy little lizard.
Adorable.
And also, Chaos Akai kind of threw a random one out there.
I love just how big Bailey's tail is. It's just so funny just seeing this little thing with a massive tail.
Yeah.
Half her mass is probably just to that tail.
She better not swing it too hard. She'll probably launch herself with it.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Hey.
the point?
I used tail
Hey,
swipe.
like,
No,
Miguel,
you fool!
cannot lie. You other brothers get deny.
Her center of mass is her ass, okay?
That's the problem. You start twerking, she's gonna launch herself off. Okay, that's terrible. All right, and I am
She was my absolute gremlin of a character. She would do it.
and I am very much stalling because I can't find. There you are. There was one other art piece I made because I did mention the Secret Santa that I worked on for an entire week that I'll never be able to show. But I also, well, I never want to show too because I don't want to spoil the Secret Santing of the Secret Santa. You know what?
Oh, okay. I thought you meant that it was just spicy.
No, I just didn't. I made it for somebody for
I
the
don't think
Secret
you got
Santa.
that
If I claim it, where's the Secret Santa of that, right?
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
So for Equestria Daily, they had the challenge of to either draw a Brony No, they basically the challenge was to either draw a pony making gifts or to draw Sethisto's OC Bat Pony. I decided to go with the Bat Pony. This was something I basically sketched up with on Sunday as quickly as I could.
Aww.
Because I kind of also wanted to test my perspective and anatomy, which I think I did an okay job with all together. The right hoof kind of messes with me a little bit, but I think overall there's actually something there, which, considering I basically slapped it together in less than an hour, that's not so bad. Wish I could have, shaded and colored and done some more things with it, but, again, I had to quickly get this out as quickly as I could. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give too many complaints about it. Okay, I am complaining a little bit about it, but just because I wanted to do more with it. So
There's no shame in wanting to be the best you could possibly be.
Alright, and with that, we're gonna go ahead and this was a short but sweet challenge of the week, but it also means it's time for the picker wheel. So everybody, we have our weekly challenges, and even though next week is going to be Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, we're not done yet. We are still going to get a challenge for next week, and that means we need all of you to provide prompts if you want. Everybody is allowed one prompt, and we'll all go into the wonderful wheel of randomness, which will be randomized and then spun randomly. And I did that, didn't I?
You did!
Oh. Forcing people to draw a Pokemon.
Well, either that or draw something resembling a Pokemon. I mean, you could do a Pony Eevee. Ooh, Pony Eevee and a Christmas outfit.
Actually, reading up on the history, or the reasonings for how Eevee is drawn, it's not meant to be a cat, a dog, a fox, or anything. It's kind of an amalgamation of them all, and yet none of them.
That's all.
Considering that might have been one of them.
Considering that Eevee literally evolves into 8 or 9 different forms, that doesn't surprise me as much as it should. Man,
no.
Okay. Don't worry, Kazakai. I just saw yours too.
Oh, damn.
Okay. Well. Okay. Christmas. Stop that! Stop with the Pokemon.
Christmas Pika.
We must have Pokemon. There's not a Pokemon show.
Fine. It's just because it's the goddamn holidays. But I'm still putting a pony in there. If we get a Pokemon, I don't care. I'll put the pony on the Pokemon's ass. We'll give the Pokemon a pony cutie mark. Let's see how that goes. I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna lose their mind.
Gotta catch them all.
Now I'm just trying to remember that old fanfic. It's been like a decade or better.
What? By the way, so what I'm drinking right now, just for fun, and I'm also drinking it out of the last Blockbuster shot glass that I got from a convention a couple months ago.
Beautiful.
I got some holiday drinks here. I got a Jack Daniel's Winter Jack Spiced Apple Punch, which is a blend of apple cider liqueur with Tennessee whiskey. It's honestly not bad. It's kind of got a nice little fruity flavor to it.
How old is the whiskey?
Now, okay. I don't know. I mean, it's Jack Daniels. I'm going to be surprised if they literally made it and then throw it on a truck. They just said it's a seasonal...
They do age it.
I mean, no, they don't. I mean, they do, but they're not going to actually age it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a minimum amount of time that it has to be in the barrel before it becomes effectively like actual whiskey that they would sell.
True,
So,
but they
yeah.
probably just age it enough to consider it a whiskey. They're not going to actually like age it to something that's like, this is a 37-year-old whiskey. It's like, God, no.
Fun fact:
Mm.
Scotch is actually aged in whiskey barrels.
And the other thing I got, and funny enough, this is from How to Drink. They went through a bunch of different eggnogs, and they found Evan Williams apparently is the most generic eggnog, which, considering store-bought eggnog, is actually a compliment.
Let's see.
Yeah, that is impressive.
Yeah, and it actually is really good generic eggnog. It's not anything to write home about, but it is not offensive and horrible. It is actually rather nice and method.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put this one in.
All right.
I figure my thing won last week, and I'm not coming up with anything, so
All right, then
I'm not
this
putting one in.
All right, then we got this one
Comparing
in.
Master Swords, are we?
That no, that's for the one that nobody will
Okay,
ever see.
sorcerer than that.
All right, we're gonna go ahead, shuffle this up, and we're gonna spin this without assuming anything.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that you tried so hard.
I got so far.
Christmas light installation
Oh.
chaos between the Christmas Pikachu and the Christmas Eevee. Nice try. Nice try. It did not
Aw.
happen. It is
Too bad,
actually
Pokey fans.
it's hilarious. It's literally right between the two. It could not get any more even. It is really
So what I'm hearing is that when trying to put up the lights in the shape of an Eevee and a Pikachu, something happened.
Yes.
probably yeah.
Boy.
So I don't have to explain my sword to Link, and we don't. I'm not okay. I know what I said.
Don't.
We're gonna go
Keep
ahead.
moving.
Christmas light installation chaos, but we also have a protest initiative challenge, which I'm sure.
That is correct. We do have a protest initiative challenge, and this week the protest initiative challenge is too much butter.
Oh no.
Oh God, I know that feeling.
Griswold. Griswold.
Uh,
There, sir.
wait.
I'm done. I got my challenge done.
wait.
Wait, you did?
Is that a Griswold reference? It's not supposed to be.
No, the insane lights and then butter.
Oh, I see.
Is
Okay.
it?
Okay, that's funny. Okay, there we go. We already got an entry in. Hello, everybody. So Christmas. There we
That's
go.
adorable.